Hello everyone, welcome to Rise of Patience. Today we're going to look at Nomad 2 versus 2. This has been sent to me by one of the viewers and they told me it's an interesting game. So on one side we have got Headhunter and Brontofus. They both are somewhere around mid to higher inters. Then we got Issue S and Zen Mechanics. Zen Mechanics, I would call him a pro, and Issue S will be slightly below both of these. So it could be a balanced team, or it could not be. It just depends whether these two can take out Issue S before Zen Mechanics becomes too strong. And here Headhunter is asking if you can beat Issue S. He says 50-50. So yeah, it's going to be difficult. This also brings me to another concern. A lot of players ask me, especially pro players, if they could team up with an ultra noob player for the Rise of Plebs, and maybe this game would be a good model to see how that works out.
Yes.
So on the nation side, we have got Koreans and Egyptians versus Mongols and Dutch. This looks like Australian outback, so Zen Mechanics Dutch will be useful. Issue as Mongols will also be useful. So overall, the nations seem to favor the Issue S and Zen Mechanics team. Headhunter has Egyptians, and I like Egyptians in Nomad because yeah, you can get a lot of wonders in Nomad. You have enough time. Let's see what uh, what Headhunter does. Koreans not bad if they can do enough water push. Actually, Koreans with these gems can do a lot of damage. So let's find out. On this side, we got Amber here, Dye here. There is Relics and Salt. All these seem nice rares. Should not be much of a problem for these guys. On the other side, they've got Fur, Silver, Silk, Sugar. Looking at where the sugar is, I am assuming this should be in Red's territory if he does not delay his city too much. On the other side, if Issue S builds here, which looks like Issue S should be building here, it's a perfect spot for building. Not only will he separate those two, will also keep the sugar in check. For Bronto's side, he's got diamonds and gems. So now I am starting to reconsider who has got the better rares. The better rares are for Bronto and Headhunter here. I'm going to fast forward just till the point where we see people build docks. In Australian Outback, the map layout is that there is land in the center and there is water all around. So the players need to get to start fishing as soon as possible because fishes give them food and wealth compared to farms which just give them food. So check this out. There is an, I would call it a unique strategy here. Zen Mechanics decide being the Dutch player. Oh, I see. So it's actually not their fault. It's that these guys are away from the water. So even if they went for commerce, they could not get water. And that's also their fault. At least one of them should have built close to water. So both of them are going for Civic and trying to get their cities down first. With this, Zen Mechanics will control Obsidian. Obsidian is going to be great rare in case he plans to mass crossbows, which most players do. On this side, Headhunter has put down the dock, and same for Bronto. They're playing about the same pace. And it's funny that Bronto has only 4 farms. No idea. He must have forgotten because it's not a good idea to play with just 4 farms. Here comes the commerce, and Zen Mechanics is just lucky to find a common spot to get his dock on. On this side, markets are being built. So far, economy wise, everybody is doing fine. Nobody is far ahead of anybody else. Issue is also doing fine with Mongols. Extra food bonus, he's already capping the 100. And this is a good thing about Dutch. They get this free light ship that can be used for scouting and early raids. Uh, Dutch and Spanish are very good for water maps. The Spanish also get a free heavy ship, which costs more than the dock itself. So if you're making a dock, you're getting a lot of return out of that for if you're a Spanish player. And the second city for Headhunter is close to Sugar. I think it's a great idea. Also, Headhunter needs to be careful because he's an easy target for double. At the same time, Issue S needs to be careful because he is an easy target for double. The only two players not who are not very much in
No.
danger are going to be Zen Mechanics on the left side and Bronto on the right side. It's sad that Bronto, being Koreans, is not in the center because that would be the perfect civilization to handle a double. Since Koreans can repair while their buildings are being sieged, and their towers are also cheap. But Bronto, I don't know what's Bronto doing here. He's playing horribly. He's playing like an AI. He's got 50 food income coming. It's like he forgot about it. Is he even playing? Let me check. Well, no, he is playing. But whatever he's doing, it's the worst kind of nomad play. Issue with 100 each. Headhunter is playing really well in this team. I hope Bronto has some plan, else it's going to be GG from his side. So far, nobody has a research military. Oh, Issue's got everything in research. That's amazing. On this side, Headhunter is waiting for this first so that he can research. He's also got Sugar. I feel there are some really OP rares on this side, and if these guys can take care of all those rares, then they can. Yeah, they don't need good nations. Here's the barracks being built in a. I don't know if that's the best place to build the barracks because I feel this barracks could be put a little bit in front near Peshawar. Finally, Issue also gets his first dock, so he's late with, with wealth collection right now. And check this out, these guys have got so much wealth rares that Headhunter is already at 90 wealth. Issues is the first player to age. Let's see what his plan is. Is he going to raid with his Mongol raiders? Doesn't look like it. Barracks from Brontophus here. Everybody has got barracks now. On this side, expected from the Dutch player, he's got the commerce too. And I think unless your opponent is Turks or some kind of early raiding nation, it's a must to go commerce 2 on this map. You can easily get your eco up to 150. And I remember Zen Mechanic saying that he will take care of his side as soon as possible, so it could also be that Zen will go Despot here. Headhunter and Bronto are both leading in the score. Finally, Bronto has got his food settled, which is great. Bad unit composition for Issue. He should have an archer behind that. And what's Bronto doing? He could easily take care of this. Anyway. Hanging Gardens and Colossus from Headhunter. This could be why he dies in this game. Two wonders right next to each other against Mongols. So Mongols are one of the fastest civilization, and if Issue West plays it right, then he can probably kill Red by himself. He just spent so much resources for those two. By the way, Headhunter also went for second commerce. So only Issue and Bronto did not go for second commerce. Also, if I had to rate Bronto and Headhunter, I would rate Headhunter slightly higher than Bronto. Oh no, Zen here has got the Senator. He's got the Senator here and he's already capping 200 wood. Zen Mechanics is known as the booming type, so I wasn't expecting him to get Despot either. And maybe he should not get Despot either. Uh, as long as he can finish Headhunter before he has time to utilize all these nice rares, it should be alright. Now, this is a common mistake, and I know some inters also watch my channel. Especially, this is a good model for what the Rise of Plebs tournament could be. If you are an inter playing in the tournament or just who you want to win the game, please make sure you use your senator to find out what's the immediate opponent city has. You should know everything about the opponent's immediate city, and I have mentioned this multiple times in the game. In fact, what Issue is doing here, it might be good to throw your opponent off, because if anybody scouts the city of Peshawar, he wouldn't know anything, because Issue's military buildings are behind. But for Zen, if Headhunter just goes and scouts right now, he will know everything that's here, and he will know about the siege factory, and siege factory is a great indication that your opponent is going to attack you. On this side, Zen Mechanics is, I will blame him for the same problem. He's also not scouting it. He has no idea what a Headhunter has here. If he saw Headhunter's buildings a few minutes ago, there is nothing here. He has almost, well, he has some units, but still, he's quite vulnerable right now. He also doesn't know about furs. So scouting is a big deal, and you should always go for scouting when you have got your government leader, because they are free. Even if they die, you can just kill them before they actually die from your opponent's hands. And they heal as well. If you have a senator or if you have a despot, they have a huge line of sights, so they're excellent for scouting. Always and always scout your opponent to find out what he's up to. At this point, it looks like Headhunter is doing pretty well. He's got a way bigger army than Zen Mechanics. Zen Mechanics is also going for raids now. If Headhunter is not prepared for these could end the game by themselves. And check this out, nice use of militia by Bronto. Really nice use of militia by him there. No lookout on this side. There's a tower. That's a nice tower. Although I would suggest Headhunter to put a lookout here, because this is a very obvious raiding site. Also, this could be a site to take TVs. But Zen Mechanic has got almost both of his libraries full, plus he also has got relics, so he is already getting 110 knowledge income. In contrast to that, here Headhunter, well, Headhunter's eco has taken a hit after those raids. He's also not utilizing the extra wood commerce limit that Colossus provides him. Once his Hanging Gardens completes, then he should be in a good position. And so sad, this could be the end of this game then. No militia for Headhunter, so he's losing a lot of villagers here. And I don't blame him. Yeah, he should take Zen's army out while he has a chance. And he should also be able to kill this catapult in time. Yes, he does. So that was a great move. Headhunter is playing really well. I feel if it wasn't for these raids, I would even say that he could kill Zen Mechanics at this point. But he's losing a lot of villagers. He needs to send his light cavalry back. That's 7 villagers that could all die if he doesn't react right now. Nice tower there. And yeah, the light camel is coming, but finally, militia from Headhunter should have come along back, but never too late. I also think that Headhunter has forgotten he's Egyptian because he's just built 5 farms, no granary. Now Zen is in next age, and this is the perfect age to finish your opponent for good. On this side, it looks like Issue and Bronto are about even. Issue has got a lower score than Bronto, but still. No, this is a perfect site. This is a perfect site to. If I was Headhunter, I would not go for issues. I mean, I would not go for Zen. I would go right here to Peshawar. Take the city. This is so easy to take. And meanwhile, just get attrition so that he already has attrition. So it's. And I wouldn't suggest him to take this exchange. He is age behind. He has a better army, so he doesn't need to run. He's not even in danger. He should be going back. This was a game-changing fight. He lost a lot of units there. Bad decisions, really bad decisions by Headhunter there. My God, what are you doing? And issue here seems like he is going for a double. It would be very sad if none of the teams double these guys in the center. If Headhunter doesn't get doubled, or if issue S doesn't get doubled in this game, I'll be disappointed. Headhunter still is not even trying to recover at this point. He forgot that he has a sucky eco compared to Zen, who is doing really good here. Yep, this city could go down. Let's see if Brontophus is going to make it in time. 3 sieges, nice. Oh man, I wish he comes here. Yeah, he is coming. He is, and he should be coming there. Nice double, nice double. This could be the end for him here. Zen Mechanics on the other side is trying to take that city, but it's going to be a long time, especially when that castle finishes. Issue is still H2, and he's got what? Oh my God, what is that fool? He should be investing in wood. And at this point, I don't. While I like the rares on the Headhunter and Bronto side, I also feel that Issue is not playing to his full potential. His eco is hardly where it should be. He could age right now, but he's not clicking up. In fact, I think he could age a long back, and he just did not click up. If he clicked there, by the time this would be a big city and he could be safer. What's Zen doing on the other side? He is massing army. And there goes Issue City. Oh, Zen knows about the castle. Oh, he doesn't know that the castle has been completed. Right now, Zen and Headhunter have the same scores, but Bronto is killing there. And in fact, Bronto has got this momentum that he needed, and now, and all Headhunter needs to do right now is leave him alone, and he'll kill. In fact, Headhunter could also lend him some siege. Now, this is also the point where Headhunter is not doing as well. He is. Well, okay, actually he is making units, but he forgot to make units all this time. And this is another problem that a lot of noobs or inters make. 3 units being made in one stable, nothing in the another stable. This is inefficient use of your military buildings. On this side, if you check out Zen, he's probably building with all, if he has the resources. He doesn't have the resources. But if you have multiple buildings, make sure you use all of them, else it's a waste. And that castle will go down very soon. Yep, that's 180 metal for him. So the reason why Headhunter is behind, it's again a big fault of his. After those raids, well, it's fine, he got raided, but that more than that, the real problem in this game was he did not try to get back his eco up. He's still at 130, 140, while he could be at 200, 250, and 200. This is a big fault of his, a big fault, and he shouldn't be doing this. With the Egyptians, he could easily ramp up his ego right now. And he didn't even try to bribe anything with a sniper. The senator did not bribe anything. Did he have a spy? Well, yeah, I remember he had a spy, and I don't see any. I don't see any scout on this side. Oh yeah, he has a Skype. So these are all super obvious things that players need to realize. If they have a senator, they must use that to bribe, annoy the opponent. If they have a spy, he could have built a lot of spies when that castle was alive. There was just so many ways how this game could not have ended, how it's ending right now. Issue seems to be able to take this city back. His eco is still horrible, and I don't know what is Toronto doing here. He went for despot and no commerce. He's got so much wealth, he could be building another university. And I'm guessing we might be seeing more games like these in Rise of Plebs, since Rise of Plebs is going to be an inter and noob tournament. So a lot of mistakes should be expected from the players. Zen took the perfect opportunity here. Again, Zen does not have a scout, and if Headhunter had a few more spies and he used them at the right time, this game could have easily gone the other direction. But a Headhunter didn't do that. So for Zen, the only thing I would say is he does not. He should have his scouts in his army. Apart from that, he's doing a fine job. He's got a lot of crossbows there. He's using crossbows. He's using crossbows with obsidian. It's a great combo. There was great opportunity here that was wasted by Headhunter. I'm slightly underwhelmed there. I wish he had created more army there, and he had kept his eco up. In fact, I feel he might still be able to take this back because he has the resources and he just needs to get his senator somewhere here. On this side, Zen is building units, but he may not be able to build them at the right pace. And that's great. I don't know how he finally has scout, and I don't know how he got this city HP so much, but whatever he did, now this city is going to be difficult for Headhunter to take back, and Zen also gets the Hanging Gardens with this. Meanwhile, let's see if Issues can take back his city. So Issues, well, I would never recommend anybody to go Despot without Commerce 2 on any Nomad map. Or if you're going Despot without Commerce 2, then you better kill fast, because the Despot without Commerce 2 comes with a ticking clock. The longer the game goes, the harder it gets for you to kill your opponent. Again, Pronto has 1200 wealth. What could he not do with this? He could be spamming so many more scholars right now, but he's not doing that. Finally, Commerce 2 for Pronto coming. And their Headhunter loses his senator. Now it's just a matter of time before these guys die. So Zen Mechanics did do really well here on this side. Now he will be aging very soon. He also got sugar. Headhunter still not using his eco well at this point, and he's not even deleting his Senate. These are not good. It's not going to be helpful against a pro player. Against noobs, it's fine. But if you know that your opponent is playing really good against you, and he will probably be taking your capital, he should be deleting your Senate. Especially because it looks like Brontophus might be able to kill on the other side. Maybe not, but yeah, he looks like he is in a much better condition than Issues. And whatever Headhunter is doing here, that's this part is good. He's keeping Zen mechanics here, not allowing him to go back to Issues. I just hope that Bronto can kill Issue before it's too late. Another missed opportunity. If this despot were close to the temple, he would get double the plunder. Please guys, if you're watching this, if you ever go despot, make sure your destroyed buildings are within the reach of the despot. Now when this building is destroyed, it'll give him 100 food instead of 50 food, because the despot gives you plus 100% plunder. Oh, it's 80 food, so it was regularly 40. Now Zen is age 4, he's got a perfect 200 eco, not very good wealth, metal I mean, but he'll get metal, that shouldn't be a problem. And now Zen is going back to take the city of Peshawar. Bronto says that he loses all army, that's why he's not coming there. And yeah, he does not have a lot of army. Bronto should have a lot more army. Again, too much wealth here. He should just send it to Headhunter if he's not using it. This is a waste of resources. And Headhunter should focus on getting more farms. This 100 and food he's never going to win against Zen like this. Even if Zen was on the same age with this eco, he won't win. On this side, issue S is... yeah, he doesn't have a lot of army either. And there is a tower, there's 2 more towers being built if Bronto doesn't hurry up. Oh, Bronto also is most of his army is decoys, so it's fine. He's getting militia there, good idea. The only thing is, all of his units need to reach that at the same time. This is a suicide, you should never let your cavalry go. This reminds me of Game of Thrones, where the queen lets those Dothraki horde go on their own. Never do that, man. What's happening here? Why is... oh, it's just sad. In such a situation, always bring your army together close to the open city and then let them lose if you want to. Don't just let them lose right from where you were sieging, because all those cavalry could have been utilized in a much better way, and now they're all dead.
Where's the enemy?
On this side, yeah, even Headhunter now doesn't have much, and he never built a second city after he lost first, so he cannot even build more universities. Just too many mistakes in this game. And I hope any feedback that I'm giving here could be useful for them to improve their gameplay in future. Issues also has the same problem. He does not build a lot of army. He is way better at eco management than the other guys. So all he needs to do is know how to build more army. His army was almost always small, about 10 to 15 units, no more than that in the game. Toronto also did not do as well. As I said, 1700 wealth could be utilized in such so many better ways. He could have universities. He could have a third city. This city should have been made big the moment he assimilated it. Just too many mistakes by this side. Zen, being a pro player, he utilized the opportunity just perfectly well. Headhunter, of course, at one point he was going to kill Zen Mechanics. He was in a perfect position, but after that raid, he just could not get himself back up. Was an interesting game, and that'll be it from my side. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. Well, that's a lot of hot creeps pressed. Headhunter has great potential, but yeah, he should be playing with this zoomed out. Zoomed in is like paralyzing yourself. Even and mechanics should be playing with zoomed out. You can see more of your cities, and it just gives you a better view of what's happening around.